Okay, then we add the third. We add the root fifth, add the third. That's C, the third is E, G, C again. How many of those can we find in this place? We have the, then we have the fifth, we just learned that, and then we have the third, on the low E string, and that can sound good too when you play some bass line. In that case, so the next exercise is finding all the just play practices as arpeggio like this. Actually, this is the root position of your arpeggio here. And then when you start on the third, it's called the first inversion. I'll take it an octave down. If you play from the third to the third, and if you play from the fifth to the fifth, it's called the second inversion. We'll return to that. But now we have that's how many of the C triad notes. That's quite a lot I can play in this position. Then I go up to the next one here. And I use this often. You can see now we have a lot of triad notes here. If I'm playing something bass line here, so then I can move so quickly up because I have the target notes to C here, and I have of course, practice the shape of the arpeggios. The same goes from the octave above. So arpeggios is a really good thing to practice. And of course the fingering can vary. That's an important part too, because you don't always play a C major triad like this. You can also play it with the first finger like this. You should always find variation in fingering, because this E sounds different than this E. This E is much fuller, especially if you're playing a bass like this. It sounds different than, and it also has something to do where you are on the bass. For instance, if I'm playing E, I want to play this an octave below, but I cannot use this fingering because I can't get up here, so I see. And that's the same as this. So always know different fingerings for your arpeggios. So I talked about inversions before, and that's a good thing to, when you practice these arpeggios. Practice to start with the root position, 1, 3, 5, 1. Now I'm not saying root, third, fifth, I'm just saying 1, 3, 5, 1. 1, 3, 5, 1. And then you go back to the 3 and repeat the same pattern, just starting a step higher. 3, 5, 1, 3. And you start on the 5, 1, 3, 5. And 1, 3, 5, 1. In this instance, maybe you want to change the fingering a bit, or start it up here. So the first one. Okay, we have to see our fingering. Is that good? This part, that's okay. When I go from this, maybe it's easier if I just move my second finger, because then I'm ready to play the fifth after. Then I can change the see now, if I have these arpeggios in, I can move swift from one position to the other. And the key to it is duplicating also when you have this position, and you can, it's the same up here, so you have this little fiddler made this Jimi Hendrix kind of thing. I just say, it's the root note here, and then I have the root note here and just duplicate. Okay, that was a little bit about arpeggios and how to know your fingerboard. You can of course also do it with all other chord types. Now we took the major triad, do the same with the minor, C minor. I know arpeggios and a minor triads always makes me think of reggae. It's so common. So it's the same principle. 1. Now it's just B3, 5, 1. If we do it in inversions. That was a little about getting to know your fretboard. Thank you.